There we go. We're live.
Dangerous.
Right.
Fist fighter extraordinary.
Yeah. After last episode, yeah, you've earned it.
In fact, that's a good point. Am I like dying on my last legs here? I can't remember.
No, we'd rested.
At the point we left it, you were still in bed, so you'd have had a full night's sleep and healed. But for everybody else watching, I'll do a proper recap. So previously on Hetheria, after meeting with Oribella and the unfortunate circumstances to which her homestead was attacked and parents taken by raiders or bandits, however you want to call it, then the entire party gave chase, and what was about a week's worth of chasing, did not catch them, and saw a ship sailing down coast, away out of reach, so close yet so far. Having just failed in that immediate attempt at a rescue, you headed to Angel Run, which was your initial destination anyway, and upon doing so, you hunkered down in the anvil. From Hector's knowledge, knew that there was a fight pit there, and you all had a bit of entertainment with Cadell and Hector joining in a pit fight, effectively. And Cadell and Hector went to blows in the ring. Bare fist. It was close, but Cadell came out on top.
It was very close.
Very close.
And if you want to watch what happened precisely, go and watch last episodes on our YouTube channel, UberConstruct Gaming, which I'll admit, I'll apologise, the last episode is not yet up there, but I will. It is ready to go up. I just need to upload it. Just bear with us.
You want to see us really knock a DM off his rails? Watch his plan for the episode go straight out the window. No, we're going for a punch-up, Tom. See you later.
No, throw this plan out. Nature of being a DM, it's fine.
It was nicely ad-libbed.
Cheers.
Very well handled, sir. Very well handled.
Thank you. Like I say, as soon as it's up, go check it out if you've not already seen it. But yeah, and then the local champion, the Brawler, was the one to face Cadell after a very hasty heal from Oribella and Thunder. Not quite up to full health, but still came out on top, just.
We got 2 hit points left.
2 hit points.
I think that's what...
Seems to be a running thing. You get into a fight and somebody comes out with just 2 hit points left. But you then, after Thunder, you earned some money, or some people may have lost money, depending on who you bet on.
I think everyone did.
Oh, I lost money.
Yeah, you bet on
I
yourself.
I gave you some to cover that.
You gave me a bit, but it wasn't as much as I gambled.
But because of Thunder's expert performance in entertaining the bar and the barman, you all got free lodgings in the Anvil. Which was great. But before everyone else was up, Meridian woke up just before dawn, slunk off.
Of course I forgot that.
You see.
Yes.
Doing some sneaking off.
Yeah. We were all asleep.
You were all still asleep. Meridian got up, slunk off to... It's alright, you get your dice, I'm still recapping. It's going to be a little bit before we get to you anyway.
Yeah.
You slunk off to a blacksmith's, who, after realising why you were there, let you into a secret passage in her home, which led into the sewers under the centre of Angel Run. You led your way through and eventually met up with Lucian, who then led you into a side room to have your conversation. So as he led you into that side room, Meridian, he sat down behind his desk. One chair is currently opposite. Mr. Sav, would you mind taking a seat?
Don't mind if I do, Lucian. Been a long few weeks.
As you were sitting down, he starts making some shapes with his hand on the table, well, his desk, and then you would recognise as an arcane symbol glows on the desk. Please make a charisma save, please.
I've never had a roll of dice this early in a session.
You hardly rolled anything last session, so we're just making.
No, I did. I think I rolled 1 dice and it was 2. Right.
This is a save, not a straight charisma. It's a save.
Oh, sorry. Skills. So, how do I find out my save?
It should be on your attributes. It's not under skills. It's under attributes.
Ah, right. Sorry, different tag. Attributes, saves, and senses. Here we go.
Yeah.
Saving throws.
Charisma save, please.
Charisma. Oh, it's a +5 bonus. So I rolled an 8, so it's a 13.
Okay. You are aware of what is happening. With that save, for the duration that you are in this room, you cannot tell a lie.
I don't lie.
You are magically bound to not ever tell a lie for as long as you're in this room.
Fantastic.
So, Mr. Sav, and we've got several questions for you. For starters, where's my shipment? You've been gone some time.
Unfortunately, Lucian, your guess is as good as mine. I tried my best to talk to Carl, but he had an interesting new tattoo, shall we say, on his left cheek. Seems the silver kite. The silver kite got there too before us, it seems, and I don't think any mushrooms are going to be coming that way anytime soon. Everybody was petrified. I tried to get information. I mean, it was only because of the brand I recognised. I knew that's who was there, but
that's understandable. This is going to complicate things. We have enough supplies to keep us going for a while, but we're going to have to gain new means of supply.
Yes, well, I wouldn't aim to get them from Amerton. Unfortunately, the silver kite's the least of your problems. The cave where said mushrooms were being harvested is currently infested with goblins, and there doesn't seem to be any way of stopping them. It looks as though during the mining operation... Oh, infested.
Goblins. I'm unaware of such creatures.
Imagine a small, angry man, only green, and in the hundreds. They seem to have broken through some sort of underground cavern when they were mining and stumbled across, well, a nest is the best I could describe it. They were everywhere. We were sent in. The gentleman... Oh, the gentleman that I'm travelling with, a
captain, I would assume.
Yes.
We
I know it's not
seen you and your people you're associating with.
I know it's not the best travelling companions, boss, but needs must. We were in a situation, I needed information. The only way I was going to get it was to get into those mines, and the only way I was going to get into those mines was to volunteer to try and clear out the goblins. Certainly wasn't going in myself. It was the best of a bad bunch, and I do apologise for bringing him here to Angel Run, but I assure you nobody else knows I'm here.
Good. But what about the rest of your traveling companions? Were they in the mine too?
Oh, we were all in there, yes.
Then why have they all come here?
Because, boss, we've been offered a rather substantial reward. The Sanctus Veritas has offered us,
The contract.
yes,
I've heard of
2,000
this contract.
Well, if we achieve it, boss, it's 2,500 gold each. Now, unfortunately, until we get up to Cromwell's palace and speak to him, I don't know exactly what we're looking for. All I know is it's some sort of relic.
No one other than Cromwell Leithern himself knows for sure until you go see him, but I'll be mighty interested in what that exactly entails.
You and me both, and I can guarantee you that this relic is worth far more than what he's offering us to find it. The plan is
Almost
retrieve said
uncertainly.
relic. Yes, well, if I can get the relic and get away from the rest of these lot, it'll be in your hands, boss. Trust me.
That depends what it is and whether I want it. You
Well,
let
if
me
not,
know.
then we'll sell it.
Again, depends on what it is and whether we can.
You thinking it may be dangerous?
We don't know until we get it. Or if it's unique, how are we going to sell something like that without someone knowing? We don't want any attention.
Well, fair point, but worst case scenario, it's £2,500 in our coffers.
That is true. Well, one other thing that is bothering me. Why did it take you so long to get back from Hamilton?
We came across bandits and we were left in quite a sorry state. Many injuries, myself included. We came across a druid girl, who it seemed was capable of healing us. However, she needed help herself. It was a means to an end. Her village was being pillaged. We helped her. She helped us. We were healed. Unfortunately, her family were kidnapped. As it happens, it seems the slavers brought them in this direction, which gave us ample opportunity to come here.
Didn't take you for the altruistic type.
Neither did I, but like I said, I was with this group. One's a captain. I can't start raising suspicions about my true intentions. I had to act the fool and act friendly.
That's fair. But then, if you and this group might have use for this captain and these people you travel with. But other thing that does bother me is one Alzadoran. The tiefling you travel with.
Ah. Yes, I can't say it doesn't bother me as well. He's a strange creature, but he does seem quite handy in a fight. And if he was going to kill us, he would have done it by now.
Well, I've got a proposition then. I have, well, myself and my colleagues, we've been trying to recreate magical potions, healing potions, make them affordable for everyone, not just the elite. Now, these are untested. If you're going on a journey, this journey might be priced so high because of its danger. Now, you could always take what we have. If you need to use them, well, let us know what the side effects were, if any.
Seems fair enough.
In return, you either make sure we profit out of this enterprise, or even if you've only got a cut, then I also want a cut.
Absolutely, boss. And also, in the journey, you never know, we may come across some more glowing mushrooms. Another trade route wouldn't hurt.
Well, always best good to keep an eye out, but it's rare. Mighty rare. Well, I do believe we have 3 such potions. Not with me here, but if you want them, come back and I'll make sure we have them available.
No problem, boss. Would you recommend testing them on the tiefling as well?
Ideally on humans, because that's its intended target.
No problem.
We don't know what
Well,
extra side effects is just because of his Alcidoran physiology.
couldn't get any worse, trust me. And I don't think it'll be any problem trying to test healing potions on the humans. They do seem to like getting injured.
I don't doubt.
2 of them kicked the shit out of each other last night, just for shits and giggles.
I heard you were staying at the anvil.
Yes, well, it did me a favour. They're also drunk and beat up this morning. They didn't notice me slink off to come and see you.
Good.
I imagine they'll be rising soon, so I should probably get back.
Right. Well, before you go, I do have one other offer then. We are attempting to expand our business here under Angel Run. But in doing so, we've ventured into the catacombs underneath, under the sewers. But in doing so, there seems to be something down there. Something that needs getting rid of more than I have the means to do. If you and your colleagues can do so, then that'd be mightily obliged. Well, we could pay. Obviously, the captain cannot know where this came from.
No problem.
Well, let's see now. I don't have much in the way of gold to offer you. Maybe 10 gold total. But anything else down there that you find is for yours and your friends to keep.
10 gold between us, is that, boss?
That's right.
May I suggest that we use one of our lackeys to offer us this job and possibly pose as a alchemist and therefore also throwing their new healing potions as part of the reward? Might be an easy way to slip the suspicion if I just turn up with some healing potions.
Good idea.
Sorry. Nice.
Well, let me see now. He starts flicking through his notes. Now, if you were to find yourself in, say, the Turn, it's a, well, in fact, you know what that is. That's a tavern within the inner city of Angel Run. I'll have someone contact you there.
Okay, boss. I shall turn to my posse and make sure we pop into the Ton for a pint at some point.
Is that in Pharaoh? I'm not going to be here.
It is in Fair Oaks, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not there!
You're not there.
Right. Right.
But yes, Metrin, it's in Fair Oaks. Okay, then you leave. The moment you leave, you walk past the Behemoth twins. As soon as you kind of step beyond the threshold back into the sewers proper, you can feel the effect of the spell fade from you.
I look over my shoulder at the 2 girls and say, "You ladies look lovely." Give myself a little slight pat on the back.
They Don't pay any heed to you.
Making sure it works.
Just before we carry on, just met her in, Tom. Just look at your phone.
Sorry.
Just met her
Sorry,
in.
everybody watching.
I contacted our good old Thunder friend.
Uh-huh.
That's what it said.
Yeah, so if anybody wasn't already aware, we are missing Thunder tonight.
Maybe a later arrival.
Oh, that's going to make things worse, because that is going to mess the cameras up on the camera feed.
Oh, bollocks.
It'd be easier either not turning up or turning up. But anyway, we will just carry on as normal, and you'll turn up whenever. So yes, Meridian, you slink your way back out, and you get back to the kind of the doorway as such, the secret doorway within the blacksmith's home, and you just kind of give it a listen, a sly knock, and you wait a few moments more, and then eventually you hear and see as the bookcase in front of you just slides away, and the blacksmith is stood before you, and she's going, quickly now, come on, I've got to open up. Yeah, you shift out, she closes it back again. She kind of hastily unlocks, and you can see as you kind of leave, and she gives a quick look round to make sure nobody's seen you leave. You see that she's starting to prepare her blacksmiths. She's firing up forge and such, and preparing for a day's work. One of the early risers. You make your way across low fields and start approaching the anvil from one of the back alleyways. But as you're on your approach there, you see a couple of King's Guard in the alleyway, but they are right outside the anvil, swords drawn and looking alert, but facing towards the anvil. Seems like they're waiting for something.
Is there another way in? I avoid.
There's a few different alleyways that are around. It's as much as this is a fairly it's kind of on a bit of a main street, the anvil, but behind it and down the sides there's all sorts of alleyways that come in and go from just kind of I'm going to say ginnels. I know everybody's going to say go ginnels, but no. I'm a Derbyshire at heart, can't help it.
You mean a snicket?
Whatever you're going to call it.
He means a snicket.
Whatever you're going to call it.
Alleyway.
Alleyway.
To everybody else.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So little alleyways or proper back streets. There's all sorts of different ways round. You just pick a different route round. But then you pick another one. There's another couple of guards in the next one.
Right. Okay. Well then, fuck it. In for a penny, I shall approach said soldiers. Just try and get back to my lodgings. And just politely say, "Problem, gentlemen."
Why, you going inside?
Yes, my friends and I were lodging here last night. Why?
Best just to stay away for now. We've just got some business. As soon as we're done, you can go about yours.
Fair enough. In which case, I shall turn around, but stay within viewing distance and try and sort of tuck myself away so I can watch what's happening.
Right. Well, at this point, Cadell, you're probably awake because you're an early riser as part of the military. But you've arisen. You've not yet left your room. At which point you hear a bit of a commotion downstairs and a load of heavy footfall as you hear people bursting through the anvil, heading up the stairs. And at which point then you hear people going door to door upstairs.
Jump out of bed and obviously I'm going to go and investigate. I'm going to head straight out of my room, head down the stairs. Well, I'll get me a... Yeah, I'm not going to walk out bollock naked.
What's going on? No.
Why not? Bring in Clay, give him a windmill. What's your problem? Sorry.
So you're getting your uniform on, basically.
Yeah, quickly get up, get yourself dressed.
Right.
I'll get out there, see what commotion is. Head out my door onto the living way.
Well, as you open up your door, the door next to you, which is Oribella's room, gets kicked in. And I assume, Oribella, you'd be still in bed, getting the best of your night's rest that you've not had in such a long time.
Soldier!
That you do see like two. Well, you don't see two. You see like a group of 4 soldiers and an officer there. You burst out going, "Soldier!" But at which point you see the officer and have a quick glance at his insignia. He's a colonel, and he's a higher rank than you by some way.
Right. Okay.
It turns to you.
Sorry, sir.
Captain!
What's one of my compatriots? What's going on here?
And then he glances inside, sees Oribella still in bed, and just goes, "Search the room," and turns back to you. It's like, "There has been known to be a spy in our midst. We are,
with all due respect,
dealing with it." What?
With all due respect, sir, that druid's with me. We found her on the road, just outside of Angel Run.
All very well and good, but I'm not taking your word for it. And the soldiers come out. It's like, "Not in there, sir. Next." And they push their way past you. These are just pleb soldiers.
Watch yourself, little man.
No, you watch yourself. I heard you.
Sorry, sir, I wasn't talking to you.
Nonetheless, these are under my orders. They will be searching under my command.
With all due respect, sir.
Continue. And they go into your room. Start searching.
With all due respect, sir, who are you looking for? Maybe I've seen them tonight. We've been in here all night.
And no good Alzidoran. No. Here, in Angel Run.
That was one of my party, sir.
Your party? You brought him here?
He is with us. I did, sir, yeah. We hired him for some help.
What's your name, Captain?
Cadell, sir.
Cadell? I've heard of you. You're that bloody Johnny jump up from the ranks. Look here.
From Hamilton, sir.
Doesn't matter where you're stationed. If you brought a bloody Alzidoran spy amongst us, you'll be hanging with him. And they come out, and it's like, "Not here, sir." And goes to the next room, which is Thunder's. You know it's Thunder's. And they just kick in the door. It's like, "Sir, it's here!" And at which point the rest of the soldiers all start rushing in, dive onto his bed and start wrestling with him, and they're dragging him out completely bollock naked.
What are you doing, sweaty man?
At which point, yeah, he's Like, we have him. Shackle him. And they get some shackles. They shackle him and even gag him. It's like, good work.
Sorry, Tom. Mettering said Tiefling is going to be here in 10 minutes.
Well, it won't be.
Might be, but it'll be in prison.
He'll be in prison.
Yeah, well,
At which point they just drag him off downstairs. Now you, Captain, you got a lot of explaining to do.
I'm sorry, sir. We were tasked by my major in Hamilton. We had an issue with some goblins. He asked us to get some capable fellows to help us clear out these mines. I found him and a few others. We then moved on from Hamilton after clearing said goblin infestation. We were coming to Angel Run as we have a quest from the...
Regardless, it doesn't matter. They're crafty, these tieflings. These Alzadoran scum. You, regardless of what he says his intentions are, you fell for it hook, line and sinker. With no doubt of preparation for war.
All I can offer you, sir, is my own opinion that all he's done is help us this entire time. I've seen no signs of any information gathering.
Don't leave the city, Captain. Not until we've cleared this mess up. Your mess.
No, friend. Again, in all due respect, Colonel, I am on a mission from the
Major. His orders mean nothing to me. You are to stay in the city until I say so. Is that clear?
That is clear, sir. I do have orders coming from a lot higher up than that.
Higher? Whom?
Yes,
Speak, man.
Sorry, Mettering. Sorry, Mettering.
Veritas. Sanctus Veritas.
Manctus Veritas, yes.
Cromwell leaked it.
I have orders from the Manctus Spiritus.
What orders has he given you?
He's given us orders to come and see him, to speak to him about a quest. Find some special artifact. He didn't tell... I don't know anymore, sir. I've just been ordered to come and see him, and he told me to bring with me...
The Royal Order contract? That's not an order. That's just a contract, man.
Well...
Yes, he may well give you some orders when you've seen him, but until then, I'm in control here. I outrank you, and you are not to leave until I say so.
Okay, so, well, if I'm delayed and he's waiting for us, I will let him know.
He's in the city. By all means, see him if that's why you're here. But in the meantime, your pet will come with us.
Okay, sir. I cannot dispute that.
If you are to know, he will be detained in Dengal camp. Now report there, and you can answer for yourself.
Yes, sir.
He doesn't return the salute, he just turns and leaves.
I'm not worried. He'll soon get a telling when we go to see the Magnus.
He'll get a telling when John turns up. He'll get a fucking telling. Don't even worry about that. Where am I taking you, smelly man? Put me down.
Yeah, well, there was a couple of other soldiers. So there was a couple of other soldiers who was clearing out Thunder's belongings from the room. Clothes, musical instruments, the lot, but handled with care. And then they said candled with hair. But... handled with hair.
What is the actual name of the guy we're off to see?
The Sanctus Veritas is his title. And his name is Cromwell
Sanctus Spiritus.
Leetern.
Right, Cromwell. So I'll just remember Cromwell. That'll stick in my head. Right. So
yeah, Cromwell Leetern.
You got to see Cromwell, and he
See,
sends us on our quest tonight.
I knew that we were left with me being in the presence of Lucian, so I have many notes. I was fully prepared for that conversation.
Yeah,
I've been living that conversation for the last fortnight, walking around Butlins going, his name is Cromwell Lecter.
Cromwell Lecter. Well, if Cromwell sends us on a mission, then I'm gonna tell this fucking colonel what for, because Cromwell's. I'm gonna.
Depends on what
request I want my full Cromwell.
So, the soldiers then, after taking Thunder and his belongings away, then leave, gathering the rest of his troops from the front, and signal is then sent to the troops surrounding the anvil, ensuring he could not escape. And they
I witnessed this from outside.
You witness. Well, you were in one of the back alleys. You heard some sort of commotion. You didn't see what, but then you see the soldiers getting the nod from all the people they can see, and then they sheathe the swords and start heading off towards the central city.
I'm gonna look for the rest of my party members. Obviously, Oribella's right near me, so
yeah. Well, Oribella got a fright first. Soldiers bursting into your room and searching through your belongings and through your room.
Don't worry.
What's going on?
Military business. Don't worry about it. We need to find the rest of the guys. We need to get moving. Let's come with me. Let's go find Hector and Meridian. I'm going to start searching.
I'm going to come running in and up the stairs to whatever they are doing.
So you come running up the stairs and see Cadell stood in the corridor, just leaving Oribella's room.
Meridian, where the hell have you been, boy?
Well, I got up for a piss and saw the place was surrounded by soldiers, so I legged it. Looks like our...
Did you see that? You saw the arsehole of that colonel? Yes.
Yes. Was that Thunder they were escorting?
Yeah, they've taken Thunder. I think he's some sort of spy. They keep thinking about the war too much. These guys. It was centuries ago. Like they're all too paranoid. Yeah, we need to find Hector. We need to get moving to Cromwell. Hopefully, I can resolve the situation. Oh.
Yeah, we are having a Thunder arrive.
Shall we have a
storm is coming?
Yeah, we'll have to have a pause moment and sort out the cameras, won't we? So...
Well, we will, but we can just sort this little bit of role playing out first.
Okay, well, so Meridian, come with me. Let's find Hector. Where is the old? Is he still asleep? Where the bloody hell is he?
Well, Hector, depending on how heavy you sleep, you will probably heard the shout.
Heavy sleep.
Then
I've slept through some shit in my time. You worry about that.
Then he's still snoring away in his room.
Running up to Hector's door. I'm banging on the door. Hector, lad, get yourself up.
Yeah. I'll be what's he spy. I don't care. I'm sleeping.
Hey, bitch, get the fuck up now. We need to move. We've got stuff to sort out.
Yeah. I'll rouse myself.
At this point, I'm gonna ignore the lock on the door and I'm just gonna crunch the handle and push it open. I'm gonna walk over to his bed and slap him on the face and go, Hector, up now.
What's going on? Did you not have enough last night?
We can go again, but not right now. Let's go. We've got Hector's been taken. We need to get moving.
Who's been taken? Who's taken Thunder? Going on?
Colonel, the military, they think he's some sort of spy. They've taken him. I need to go to someone higher up. He was a higher rank than me. I can't override his orders. I need to find someone higher. We need to go to Cromwell. Hopefully he can resolve the situation.
Sanctus Veritas.
I'll give you 5 minutes. Get yourself up. Get yourself ready, dressed. Let's move. I'll meet you downstairs.
Well, Thunder, you You were awoken first thing in the morning by your bedroom door being kicked in.
Oh, nice.
Then some shouting and some soldiers bursting in, diving onto you and dragging you out, gagging you and cuffing you,
Pinky.
dragging you out.
I knew that was
bards, dragging you out bollock naked, basically into the streets, and dragging you off at the break of dawn.
What?
To
On
prison. On your own, just you. To prison. To be interrogated.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So Dengal camps on the opposite side of the.
That's right.
Wall.
I will.
From where we are at the minute.
I'm just thinking. Just met her for a second.
Yeah.
Should we not?
Yeah. We'll have a very quick break.
Just
in fact,
cameras out.
It doesn't matter. I'll just do it now because I can't look away from this screen and sort the thing out. I can't have we're on a break screen up and sort this stream out. No, unfortunately.
Gary's gone now.
I've lost Meridian.
We just lost Gary.
Oh.
Bloody hell.
Sorry, dude.
It just complicates things.
Thunder!
Well, it's nice to have you here, though, dude.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
It's alright, dude. Let the never heard that.
Yeah.
Did he just?
He's just apologised for having.
Yeah, I just saw that. Shit, sorry.
Right, so
that was it. Yeah.
I can't sort
Just
the
kick the
stream
lead.
out until we've got everybody back.
Oh, he's kicked the lead out the back of his computer.
Just kick the lead out the back of his computer.
Well, tell you what, then we will have a break. Let him sort his shit out.
Yeah, you may as well. Yeah, just break it there.
Right, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Well, we saw.
Right. I know you've only just gotten back, but it's good for you to be a dude.
And you can recap.
Yeah.
Who's that, mate?
Yeah. So
sorry, dude.
It's all right.
I tried to have a power nap before we started, and
I had a full-on sleep.
I had full-on sleep.
Yeah, that's not a short rest. That was a long rest.
It was, yeah.
Well, have you got your D&D up?
Right.
D&D beyond. I know who I'm talking to.
Just shut up.
Right.
You fucking are. Oh, don't worry.
Right, yeah, you don't touch other people's notes. One of the main rules of D&D, you do not
I'm gonna
touch
have to
other
put a
people's
fold in
notes.
now. I have to put a fold in it so I know that's his page now. I'm not
Shocking
ripping it off.
behaviour, shocking.
Rip it off. You've put it on a page that have notes on it, Aiden.
Oh, it's really. My volume
Put it on a
is
fresh
on
page.
Sorry.
Anywho.
I'm a dickhead.
So,
You just messed up my
Thunder
organisation.
is dragged off. And Thunder, when you get dragged outside the anvil,
Yes.
you see a very baby-faced young man. You think is no older than 18, say, who is talking with someone, and this someone he's in a military uniform, and he is handing a little pouch of money over to the brawler.
Oh, what grass?
Yes.
Stitches get stitches, motherfucker.
But you're gagged and bound at this point. Being
Do I witness that?
not currently, because Thunder was dragged out first while you guys were going, everybody up, get ready, let's go. And
I ran in, didn't I?
you ran
and
in upstairs.
Hector's really taking
In
his bloody
fact,
time.
did you run in the front door?
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know.
probably.
I ran in a door.
Yeah, all right. Let's say you will have seen the brawler hanging around these soldiers.
With a little bitch with his broken nose.
You wouldn't have seen the handoff, but you'll have seen him being with these soldiers outside the front.
What's
Fuck him up. I already did.
But yeah,
I was so well behaved as well, though, dude.
you were incredibly
Yeah.
well behaved.
Yeah, you were. How ironic.
He's just got a sore ass. He's just got a sore ass because I beat him up. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, you all guys and Arabella are get ready. What are you doing?
Right, guys, right. Thunder's been dragged off by a colonel who's higher rank than me. I can't supersede his orders. The only person that can is the Sanctus Veritas that we need to go see for this mission. So I think we should go and see the Sanctus Veritas, find out what we're doing on this mission, and hopefully I can ask this guy to release Thunder, to give me an order that I can take down, and we can get him out of prison. I think that's what we should do. If you guys agree, then if anyone has any better ideas, give me an idea.
Seems like a fair plan. As I was on my way back in, I noticed that the brawler was hanging around the guard, so I imagine the little dipshits just dobbed him in. He's bitter about last night. I can't imagine the brawler, yeah.
What, that little bitch that I beat last night?
I imagine he's bitter and twisted. I don't think for 1 second Thunder's actually a spy. If he is, he's bloody bad at it.
Yeah, so he's an entertainer, isn't he? And he's a handyman to having a fight. I think we need him.
Yes, and he doesn't exactly blend into the background, does he? If you're going to try and get someone to come in and spy, well, I suppose that is a possibility, but we need him.
We need him. I think the best course of action is to go to the Veritas.
We need our Tiefling back.
And I'll say that we need him for this mission. If he's sending us on this quest, I'll say we need him, and we need him out of prison. He's the only one with the authority to override this colonel. Yes. I can't have anything better to do.
What was this colonel's name? Did he get his? Did he get where they were taking him?
I didn't get his name, but we know they're taking him up to the brig or to the prisons. So,
Engel Camp. It's on the other side of the wall, completely opposite side of the town to here. It's not a nice place, and it certainly isn't the sort of place we'd get into if they didn't want us there.
Well, if I can get orders from the Sanctus Veritas, then none of them can stop us. He will override all their orders.
That's where we are.
No matter what rank they are, whether they're higher than me or not, his orders will override theirs.
Seems like a plan.
I think that's our best course of action.
Lead on, Captain.
We're in agreement, right? Let's move. Let's head into town. Let's get through this gate.
All right. Then you leave the anvil. Sorry, Hector.
What's his Quentin? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, you left him in his room.
Yeah, I'll tell a waitress or bartenders like, there's a guy who was in our party, Quentin. Just leave a message with him. Tell him that we'll be back later on in the day. We just got important business to take care of.
Yeah, make sure you take care of him.
Sure. Oh, yeah, the bartender there. She was just
I want him looked after.
Getting ready.
Anything he wants. Any drink, any ladies, anything he wants, you look after him.
Any ladies.
Who's paying for this?
Oh, no, Jesus.
We got free lodgings, didn't we?
We don't got free ladies, bro.
Lodgings, aye.
Lodgings, aye, not entertainment.
It's not a brothel we're staying in.
I'll chuck.
I'm sure we could get some ladies if you need to, but
I'll chuck the barkeep. I'll chuck the barkeeper gold and say, make sure he's well looked after.
Hell, some heavy spending for an NPC.
I was going to say, he throws his money about his captain, didn't he? Someone that was stationed in the back of beyond.
They just give you a nod and you can go on your way.
I've got some dollar. It's fine. I don't mind taking off a gold. That's fine.
Okay.
He's been in several pubs so far that haven't had to spend a penny in. So
yeah. I'm sat on like seven.
Right?
I'm sat on 7 gold, so it's fine. I'll remove a gold. Make sure he's looked after.
Oh,
Poor old guys.
Come
on.
I was going to say, he's had it pretty hard, hasn't he?
He has had it pretty hard.
Now listen, barkeep, there's a bloke 2 doors down. He looks exactly like you. Make sure he's all right.
He might want a little. Might want a little swifty. Like, fair enough. Don't mind paying a gold. It's fine.
A gold. Be a cheap
Just
Swifty,
lost his family. Yeah. Plenty of Swifties for gold. You can have whatever he wants. Yeah, top shelf. Top shelf.
That's not top shelf, mate. One gold is not top
I've
shelf.
removed myself a gold so he can have a nice time.
But anyway, you leave the anvil.
Yeah.
It's not that far from the wall, the gates where you were yesterday. So yeah, all you have to do is head down. But as this kind of time of day, down this kind of main road, they've started setting up kind of market stalls, which by the time you'd gotten to this area yesterday, would already closed down for the night. So yeah, they've started just kind of setting up. They're just putting out the general bits and pieces. There's most of it is kind of fruit, veg, meats, cheeses.
And we walk past the blacksmith.
There's no blacksmiths here. No.
No weapon vendors or anything. No.
Not between there and the gate. No.
Ah, right. Okay.
But this is just kind of a farming town, basically, but on a grand scale.
Right. Right then, lads, before we head to these gates, anyone got any business here? Anyone?
Last time you said that you went for a brawl.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Don't open up that conversation.
We've done that now. Right, so we're moving through. Come on, guys, let's get going.
And again, two blokes on the gate. It's like, what's your business? Which one? This
Private.
Oh, sir.
Open the gate. We're off to see the Sanctus Veritas.
They have a quick look around your company. I was like, I said,
these guys are with me.
Open the gate, and they open the gate up, and once the gate kind of opens, it's a really big gate. But then this gate, which is in the inner wall, is huge. Of which I can't find the notes of how tall it is. Well, the outer wall was 30 feet, and this is taller than that, so I'd probably say a 50 feet high wall.
Wow.
And as the gate doesn't go all the way to the top, it's probably about 10 feet tall, double gates, enough to get two small carts through at the same time. It's pretty big. And as these kind of they swing them both open because they don't. I'm sure. Are you taking your horses and your cart because you left them outside of the anvil at the last night?
Is it?
No, I don't think we need them, do we? We can stay there for.
Well, who's looking after them?
All right, look,
Quentin.
All right, he can look after him, and the somewhat stench-ridden cart that has a rotting direwolf head in it.
Was that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the direwolf head.
Who took a direwolf's head?
Do you remember?
Ran it off. He decided to keep it. We're not going to be popular when we get back there, are we?
Nope.
Oh.
God, I can't access the player's handbook without paying 30 quid.
What?
What?
Why?
But you've already got the digital copy of the player's handbook yourself.
I know,
haven't you?
not on my tablet.
Oh.
I've got it on my phone.
But
I'll find it on my
anyway,
phone.
as these gates open, the road in front of you seems like it is walled on either side, but then you realise that for all of those who have not seen the inner city before, the inner city is raised about 30 feet into the air. And so this road that leads into the inner city is ramped upwards, and it goes up and is further up. So as you get further up, these what seem like walls on either side, we obviously get shallower and shallower and shallower as you get to the top where all the buildings are sat on top of. And then there's the inner wall on top of that, another 20 feet.
So it's a big fucking wall.
It's a huge wall. It's a 50 feet tall wall if you're stood on the outside. Brilliant. From the inside, it seems like a 20-foot wall, but you are 30 foot higher up. So you head up this path, and you enter dock district, which is primarily, even though it's referred to as a dock district, which it's not directly into the docks because it's 30 feet above the water level, but it neighbours straight onto the Great Lake, and there is docks for kind of cargo vessels that go up and down the river down there, and there are cranes as well as other paths that lead from the docks all the way up to the dock district, where it's primarily warehouses and businessmen selling and trading, make sure things get to where they're going and things like that. So then you kind of pass through this district. Cadell, you know where you're going. You head straight through, it's pretty much straight on, through the docks until you get to the river, and then you kind of follow the river round, and it's a fair way. It's maybe a couple of kilometres walk to get to the first bridge across the river, and you get to be able to cross this river, and there are a couple of guards posted on it, but they're not alert. They're not stopping you and checking you. They're just posted there for a bit of appearance sake, but also if anything does kick off, they've got someone on hand nearby. But as the moment you cross to the other side of the river into the Six Houses district, you can tell that this is the posh end of town, effectively. That all the buildings are spaced apart. They're all kind of detached buildings. They're all, even the shops, none of them attached to each other. There's all sorts of shops, from shops selling fine clothes, jewellers, an apothecary.
Can I ask what that is?
You're not there, so no.
Oh, but just I know, but
Yeah.
what is that?
An apothecary.
Yeah.
It sells all sorts of like herbs and
Ah, right.
Yeah, potions and stuff. I think.
potions and like
Potions and
natural
lotions.
medicines and things like that.
Right.
And you head past all these, and you make your way to a bit of a square, effectively. And in this square is a statue of a man on horseback. Cadell and Meridian, you know this is a statue of where is it now? of this is King Eventine the First on horseback, and the horse is reining up, and he's holding out a trident.
Is he the founder of Angel?
Not necessarily the founder of Angel Run, but he was the king during the Alzadoran War.
Okay.
And beneath the statue is kind of a statue of a generic tiefling, kind of under trample of the horse as part of as part of the statue. Yeah, it's not gory or anything. It's just for pride's sake, basically.
Was the Alzadorian War like 200-300 years ago?
No, it's like 100 years ago.
Right. So, no. Okay. Right. So 100 years ago. None of our lifetimes, then.
No.
Yeah.
No. Nobody's seen a tiefling since then, till you guys met Thunder, and then Thunder waded into.
How long do tieflings live for?
About the same as humans.
Okay.
But you don't know that. Right? But yeah, so and just beyond that, you walk past, and the other side of the square, it's pretty open. This square, because on one side, on the left, as you look out, it kind of just drops straight to where the river is, and obviously because you're raised up from the river, there's a 30-foot drop to the river, and because we're in kind of late summer, the water level is quite low. So yeah, it's a long drop just down there, but you can see across, and there's an excellent view out into the. You can see like some of the docks on the other side, but for the most part, the view is of the Great Lake. It's a stunning view, being so high up. And the one kind of main building here is a bathhouse. You kind of work your way past the bathhouse, and there is another kind of square. It's even bigger than the one previously, and there is kind of a large water feature. It's like a big fountain there, and it's inscribed Moonside around the fountain.
Oh yeah.
And beyond this kind of square is a park, a green space, and it's the only kind of green space you've seen in the city at all. You've seen some people, especially in the inner city, have kind of like potted plants on windowsills and things like that, or hanging baskets. But no, there's no, especially once you've crossed the bridge over into the Six Houses district. But this is High Green Park, where it's a very big space, big open space. There are kind of lots of trees here and lots of grass. It's a very lovely space. But then you work your way past that, and then you find another wall, which is another interior wall, which is another
gatehouse,
15-20 foot tall wall with a gatehouse, and that is where the Seraph Spire is, which is the where the seat of power is.
Yeah. So moving into Seraph Spire.
Yes.
That's where we need to go to meet the Sanctus Veritas.
Well, that's where he works. That is where the kind of where all the entire three heads of state run the country from. And as you kind of approach the gatehouse here, it is heavily guarded, and you are stopped on approach regardless of wearing uniform. What's your business here?
Now then, lads.
Captain?
We have orders to see the Sanctus Veritas. These are my party. They're with me.
Do you have orders to that effect, sir?
We do. I can show you the order itself.
He takes the Royal Order contract from you, and he's like, yes, we were informed some of these got sent out. Folds it back up, hands it you back. But I'm afraid the Sanctus Veritas isn't here right now. You find him at his estate. Do you know where that is?
Estate, where's his estate?
He gives you directions down to his estate. It's straight back, not the way you came, but through the middle of High Green, down the main path through it, and then into like some buildings at the back of there. It's not too far away. He just kind of points you in that direction.
Okay, let's keep moving down then.
Yeah, so that you head there, and then you kind of get to this kind of space where you clearly get in even bigger houses than the ones you've been walking past. You get to one which is a humongous manor, and it does in fact say Leethern Manor on it. And it has a small amount of grounds. Obviously, it's within the city limits. There's not a lot of land on it, but there's a bit. It's set away from the roads, and you kind of approach up to it, and there's no guards, but you periodically see the occasional patrol walking round, especially around the Six Houses district. You kind of approach this grand house, which is bigger than anything else, and the door, a very ornate, beautiful door with a big. Get ready for this one, Thunder. It has a huge knocker on it.
Yeah.
It's the one.
Just the one huge knocker. Yeah.
Well, I'll give it a gentle rat-a-tat-tat.
As much as you can, because it is a sizable knocker. But then
That's sizable.
it's a sizable knocker.
Are you sure it's not a set of double doors?
Yeah, do I have to do it two-handed?
It's not actually, no. But no, then you wait a little bit, and a shutter in the door kind of opens. It peers out. It just sees the uniform and instantly just closes it again, and it opens up, and you see kind of a middle-aged gentleman in kind of a suit, long tails, in this very good posture. It's like, may I be of assistance to you, sirs?
I'm here to see the Sanctus Veritas.
Is he
On my
expecting you?
He may not be expecting us, but we do have a royal order. I would.
Ah, yes,
this to
very
you.
good, sir. Please, come in. He leads you in. As you kind of walk in, kind of a lobby area, and in front of you is kind of a bit like a chaise longue in front of you, and either side of the chaise longue is kind of a, like not a spiral staircase as such, but kind of a twin set of staircases either side which curl around to the upper level and meet in the middle. And is, would you mind waiting here, sirs and ma'am? I will notify him that you are here. And he glides off. And he heads upstairs, leaving you for a moment.
Somebody could give us a brew while we're waiting, bloody hell.
Get along.
Get on.
In this place, you've no idea how far away the kitchen is.
Yeah.
At which point, after a little while, you see another gentleman turn up, and yeah, he looks down. He's like, "Ah, yes, excellent." It's like he starts pottering downstairs. He's again very fine clothes, not in the kind of tails that his butler was, but yeah, it's very kind of smart. Not a tie as such, but a shirt and kind of a even though the weather is warm, he's got kind of a mid-length overcoat, dress coat over the top. It's like, it's a captain, isn't it? Oh, I've heard you're here for about the contract.
Sanctus Veritas, sir.
Yes, that's all right. Please, come on in. And he beckons you into a side room, which has it's like yes, we'll do introductions. Please, come on in. Leads you into this kind of side room. It's a bit of a study, which has a desk. It has kind of his main chair behind that, and then the other side of it, kind of at the back wall, there's like kind of a few comfortable chairs and a small couch, a sofa, and then several bookcases full of all sorts of books that are behind him. It's like, please, right, so Captain, is it? What's your name?
Captain Cadell.
Cadell, good to meet you. And he just kind of takes your hand, starts shaking you. You can tell he doesn't care about the formalities of his rank. Yeah. It's like, and you are? And he goes to Hector.
Hector Sharbrow, pleased to meet you, sir. You have to forgive my ignorance. I'm not from around these parts, but what does a Sanctus Veritas do?
I'm one of the 3 heads of state. Between us, we run everything around the country. Primarily me. I am looking at my notes. So, one of the heads of the religious side of the order.
Okay. Oh,
But
pleasure to meet you. Anyway,
there's more to it than that, but that's the gist.
Seems very laid back.
But you are the lady amongst you. My apologies. Yes, pleased to meet you.
And you, sir. Nice to meet you. Oribella.
Oribella, lovely. And he turns to Meridian and is like, haven't we met?
I don't believe so, sir. No, although I am from around these parts. Meridian Scythe. Pleasure to meet you.
And he takes a good long look at you. Meridian, you say?
Oh dear.
Why's he rolling his dice? Bloody hell.
I might have known you by a different name, eh? Wilhelm, was it?
No, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Someone's been blood.
I'm not
I love
there.
it. He rolled for it as well.
I rolled for it.
Brilliant.
Wilhelm, what's he talking about, Meridian?
It's a possibility. It's
Oh, sorry if I kicked up in a hornet's nest. I do
Slightly.
no,
apologise.
it's
I'm not even there. I proper love this dude, mate.
it's a long story, sir, but I don't really have anything to do with my family anymore, so I abandoned the name.
So you're unaware?
Unaware of what?
Your father, he's mightily ill.
Oh, well, couldn't have happened to a nicer man.
Well, I was going to give my condolences, but I'll not get involved. Well, my own clerics, they are tending to him, giving him the best care we can give, but your relationship with him is here nor there.
So he's there, an angel.
Sorry, Meridian. What's this?
Your father's here in Angel Run.
Yes, I'm from Angel Run originally, but like I say, I don't have anything to do with my family anymore.
So, who's your father?
Oh,
Spell it
there's an awkward question.
By all means, you don't have to discuss this here.
Who is my father?
I don't mean to pry. Your business is your own. Your business is your own.
But you're here on other business, I gather, yes?
We are here on other business. Yes, sir. Yeah. We picked up this royal seal from Hamilton.
Let's have a look.
My manager gave us the seal. Yeah, there you go, sir.
Good. Thumbs up. Ah, yes, the big one. Right. Jolly good. Excellent. I'm so glad you're here. Well, understandably, you're here because I left it a little vague.
Yes, we would like some details, sir.
I'm sure you could understand that I left it vague on purpose. Such amount of money might have had a lot of interest with people going after said artifact and holding it ransom. Until
With
I had
a reward like that, sir. With a reward like that, what is the artifact?
Nah, it's a stone. Not just any
Stone?
stone. It's a stone of magical properties. Now, with this stone, I'm hoping... No, not hoping. I've planned it thoroughly. That I could save all people. I could save everybody if I just had this stone.
So what is this stone?
Its importance isn't in monetary value. It's a magical stone, a stone of some power.
But what is the stone? What does it have a name?
None in the records that I've seen. It is this
So
ancient records.
So what are we looking for? What?
It's now. It's far in the south. This is believed to be, if you believe these old texts. Now let me see. And he goes to his bookcases. Right here we are. Of all his official books on there, he pulls out one which is more like a binder, which is just got his notes and things in. So now, in the forest plains to the south, there is, if you believe this, it says a tomb. Now, I'm not sure if that's to be believed. It's all kind of ancient texts that we've taken these from. A lot of translations can get missed and so forth, you understand. Now,
is there a name? Is there a name of that tomb?
Not as such, but it gives kind of directions to it as such. Yes, there is some sort of central hill, well, some sort of hill or mountain within the forest plain itself. Now, it stresses this mountain to the point where it makes me think that's the only one. As you understand, we don't really send scouts down there.
No, of course, sir.
But
this forest plain, it wouldn't happen to be the forest plain underneath Garden Springs, would it?
Ah, that's the one. Yes, the great forest plains.
Hector, Hector, do you know these lands?
In a sense, I know the forest plains below Garden Springs is not a place to be trifled with. We're told
Hence
stories.
why we couldn't just send anybody.
Kids.
Well, that's at least a start. We have some sort of.
Now, I have got to inform you all that there has been a team set out ahead of you. Set out about a week ago. The Lord General set a team up himself. Now,
with all due respect, sir, do you have any details on this team? Do we know how many people?
I don't. Now, as I was discussing setting up this contract, Lord General disagreed. He believed that just sending a military dispatch, so I assume it's some of his own.
Do we have any idea how big, sir? Just.
I don't. I'm afraid. He sent it. My people tell me he sent a team out. Exactly how many, I'm not sure. Somewhere between 5 to 8 people.
All military men, you say?
All military men. Yes. Oh no. Carlos wouldn't have sent just anybody. He'll have sent his own
elite squad.
I would only assume. But they set off about a week ago, I'm afraid.
So they do have a head start on us.
They do.
That's not a massive issue. We can catch up.
That's well, that
so
purely on you.
What specifically are we looking for? To the best of your knowledge.
Now, this I know should be a stone about yay big, or
so a good
slender
size.
at both eyes, almost like a cat's eye in shape. Slender at both ends and bulges in the middle, almost glows as you look at it.
Wish I was there.
That's quite specific, sir. That's what I'm looking for. Well, the more details, the better.
Yes, well, the texts that we found on this were quite specific on its description, but yes, they seem to not wanted it found. That's why the description of where it is precisely is a little vague.
Meridian, do you have any knowledge of these sort of items? Is it magical? I need to give her off.
I'm just going to nip to the little tiefling's room.
No worries.
In the description, it's undoubtedly magical, but no, I can't say I've ever heard of it.
Oh, it is
When you say
undoubtedly.
And it's when you say it can save people, are we talking of a resurrection stone?
No, nothing so specific. It's literally a power, a magnification ability. Now, please, you've got to trust me on the details beyond that. You've seen how people live beyond the walls of any great city here in Etheria. That is no way for anyone to be living. Now, we can change that. We all can change that.
Is this your plan to help everyone, to help the Empire?
To help the entire kingdom.
Well, I believe this is a...
All people can be stopped living in such squalor.
If you believe this is what... If you believe this is how powerful this item is...
I do, without a doubt.
I will happily go on this mission, this quest.
Good man! He gives you a tap on the shoulder. Reaches up to give you a tap on the shoulder.
I'm sorry, Meridian. Did you want to say something there, Meridian?
When you say all people, do you just mean all human people or everybody?
All human people. I mean, I don't know how anybody else lives, but I'm saving all these people who are dying day in, day out there. We see it every day.
There could be an issue.
Sir,
an issue?
No, sir. Meridian, let me... No, sir, I've got a small favour to ask. Humbly, I have to ask. One of our team that came with us here today is a tiefling. I don't know.
Is he now?
And he has helped us.
And he starts pulling out another book and starts opening it up. Just bear with me. And he gets a quill out and starts prepared to take notes. Yeah, continue.
Yes, one of our companions, a tiefling. We found him in Hammerton.
In Hammerton, you say? Okay. I hear there's troubles there. Nothing to do with him, I should hope.
No. He helped us with those troubles. There was a goblin infestation.
Jolly good.
And he helped us with those. Now he's a wanderer.
Goblins,
traveller.
You say?
Yeah, goblins. Yes, lots of goblins. Hundreds of the buggers. Now this tiefling, he helped us. In fact, on a side note, if there's any spare forces to go to Hammerton, I would recommend sending an extra detachment to go help them out with the goblin problem that there is there. Now when we arrived,
send someone there. Yes.
We arrived
the
in
reports we've got back. Yes, we've not had a first-hand account.
I would recommend they need more help. But aside from that, sir, we were resting in a tavern in the lower end of the city, and as we woke up this morning, a colonel, I don't know his name, a colonel came in with troops, and the search through the tavern, and they found our tiefling friend, and they took him to prison, claiming he was a spy. Now he was a colonel, sir. He supersedes my rank. I couldn't tell him not to. Everything I said to him, he just ignored. He wouldn't listen to me. But this is one of our friends. This is one of our compadres. He's helped us. In fact, he saved my life. We need him with us for this quest. We need him with us for this quest. He is a powerful warrior. And I want
warrior? Him. That's not an argument for him to be free.
I believe he's loyal to me. He's loyal to our party, and I believe we need him with us to help us complete this quest. He will surely be an asset, and I would like your seal of approval to go and get him out of the jail cell he's in. Take him with us. I humbly ask you, sir, to allow me.
Now this is an if. I agree. don't think it's going to be very straightforward. Do you say he's been taken to Dengal camp?
Yes, yeah. The colonel believed he was some sort of spy. I don't know where he got that from, but this
no
team
doubt.
is not a spy. He's an entertainer. He's
Entertainer, you say?
yes,
marvelous.
Just
He
wants
is-
to play music.
he's the sort of thing that we might need to finish this quest. Without him, I believe we could fail. We need his power. We need his skills.
There's high
Together as a
praise
team, we
from you,
work well.
Captain. High praise indeed.
And with all due respect, sir, the information that your men got about him being a spy was given over by a very bitter, twisted little git who got beaten up by my compadres last night.
Ah, yes, well.
Hey,
Well,
look, if the stories I hear about them forests are half as bad as what they say, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
besides, between you, me, and these four walls, if it helps get one over on Carlos, then it's all the better.
Yes, sir.
Guys,
Yeah. We need him with us, sir. We need him with us.
All right,
you
all
want this-
right, all right. Bear with me. Starts getting out a piece of paper and starts writing. So, what's your friend's name?
Thunder the Tiefling, sir.
Thunder. Ah, marvelous.
And
So-
also his horse may have been pounded. His horse is called Lightning. We need that released as well, sir.
You'll have seen his horse was still moored up with yours as you left.
Oh, right, okay, all right. I'm just covering all the bases.
Yeah. So yeah, he starts scribbling this down. It's like, all right. Now, this may not get him out straight away if Carlos is involved. Sorry, for all those who don't know, Carlos Dengal, the Lord General. Now, if he's involved, he might have other things to say about it, but this will certainly get you through the door. And he gets a bit of
Surely,
blotting
sir.
paper.
No
and blots
colonel
it
can
out.
say no to your orders. Surely.
The colonel might not, but if he takes it up with Carlos, then it might be another matter. Just as you've come to me, he might well go higher himself.
Well, surely we get him out and be gone before that happens.
Hopefully, for your sake. Now if in the camp that is named after Carlos himself, then well, we'll see. And good luck to you, by all means. He folds it up and pours some of the melted wax from a candle nearby and seals it. I say from a candle. It's not from a candle. Sealing wax is different to candle wax. He gets the candle and it drips, burns a bit of block
Sealing
of
wax.
wax, a bit of block of sealing wax, and it drips onto the paper. And he gets takes his ring off and seals it with his house sigil.
Veritas stamp.
Well, his Leethern stamp.
Oh, sorry, yes, Leetern, yes.
Right, there you go. That should certainly help.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now,
It's been a pleasure.
by all means, I'd much rather it go to a good solid fellow such as yourselves than go to Carlos and his cronies. There's-
Agreed, sir.
Now,
Well,
as I
there's
say-
no time to waste. We should get
yes,
moving.
yes,
We've got
absolutely,
weeks-
yes.
got weeks worth of travel behind us. Is there any other advice or anything you can give us to help us on our way?
No,
I know the writ said 2,500 gold. Now, sorry if I'm speaking out of place there, but
no. Of
That's
course,
it.
there's risk of. There is. I failed to mention. I do apologize. There is mention of some sort of guardian, but these texts are thousands of years old. How could you expect such a guardian to still be around? I say.
is there any details on this Guardian, sir?
No, like I say, the actual details of where it is and who's guarding it, very thin, yes.
Is there anything on this Guardian at all, apart from just...
No, nothing at all.
I think we might need your expertise here, Meridian, when we get there.
Yes, fair enough. And before we go, sir, I would appreciate it if my father didn't find out I was back in Angel Run.
Oh, yes, mum's the word. Yes.
Yes, mum as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yes. He walks you out.
Just mettering quickly.
Hunting
where,
we're
just writing notes here, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereabouts is the ton
What was that?
in the city?
That's in Fair Oaks.
So in the inner wall.
It is in the inner wall. It's the bridge that you crossed over to get into the Six Houses district. It's because you were following up the river and then turned off across the bridge. If you went over the bridge and kind of headed straight on, it's a bit further down there, about half a kilometre in or something like that.
Okay. What sort of time of day are we on at the minute?
It's still early morning, really.
Right. Okay.
And did we say we know that Thunder's kept in...
Well, early to mid-morning, because you did a bit of walking.
Did we say Thunder's been taking the Dengal camp?
He was taking the Dengal camp, yeah.
Which is just outside so it's just off the high greens through the Six Houses.
Other side of the main wall.
Yeah, but it's not far. It's not far, so it won't take us long to get there. But all our horses and shit and supplies are all in low fields. Oh, either way, that's regardless. We need to go find Thunder, and I want to fucking give this Colonel a one-up. Sorry,
I'm sure you
got pissed off with that Colonel. Pissed me off.
Yeah, Thunder, you missed a great bit of before you just joined.
You missed a bit of role when they tried to take you off. I tried to stop them, and a Colonel higher ranked than me, so he
I
basically
love playing high-ranking officers are absolute assholes.
he was an asshole, but now I've managed to get a script from there.
But yes, you'll have known this firsthand because he was carting you off with a bunch of soldiers. So we'll cut to Thunder, who
I need a week. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, we're fine. We've done your bit. So Thunder, as you were kind of dragged away from the anvil, you were dragged a street further away, and then bundled into a cart with a cage on the back. Very, very kind of similar to the one the bandits used to capture Aurebella's parents and Quentin's daughters. But with this one, you actually do have enough room to stand up in. It's not the kind of cage which is designed to break anybody. You can still stand up, you can be fairly comfortable, but you are still bound, hands behind your back and gagged, but you are able to stretch out a little bit and stand up if you need to. And this cart then kind of leads its way. It leads its way kind of into kind of the docks areas. It goes through the gate into the inner city, into the docks areas, at which point then it kind of turns off and heads actually down to the dockside itself, and you are taken out, bundled onto a small boat. I say small boat, it's not like a rowing boat. It's like a lake-going kind of boat that has enough to be able to hold enough troops to be able to row it and keep you under guard and have a decent distance away from any important members such as this colonel. And they kind of row past where the river exits the lake. I'm sure there's a word for that, but I don't know it. And then past the far side of the outer wall of the inner city of Angel Run and to another small dock of Dengal Camp. And over on this side, you're bundled out and then hastily kind of chucked into a prison. It's, from what you gather, fairly well constructed. It's all iron bars, but you're chucked in. You're still naked. They've not.
How was I naked in the first place?
Because you were woken up.
Uh-oh.
It's not like they stripped you off or anything. I assumed you were sleeping naked, being a bard. So
strumming away.
Yeah, interrupted you. But
Or the class feet.
yeah, but yeah, you get thrown in naked, and nobody is paying you any kind of attention. And after about an hour,
wait a minute, you've got a bollock naked tiefling being dragged off by guards, and no one's paying any attention.
well, they're not paying attention to the fact he is naked. They're not supplying him with clothes. They're not supplying him with a blanket or anything. Nothing to kind of cover his modesty or anything. They just don't care. They just chucked him into a prison cell and then left him there to rot, effectively.
Right, okay.
So I'm mad about this.
I'm mad about this. I'm mad about this. What about a fucking party?
At which point, then the colonel comes back into this prison. You can see outside your little cell. You see like 4 other cells. 3 other cells. You're the 4th cell. 3 other cells which are empty currently. And the colonel comes in with 2 other guards and 1 other which is really big. So it's himself and 3 other three other soldiers, and they kind of come up to your cell. That you're still bound. They kind of unlock it and heft you to your feet. It's like, to your feet in front of the colonel. And then the colonel there, you see he's kind of shortish grey hair, in his kind of 50s, and kind of got an air of smugness about him. And it's like, marvellous. Finally caught the spy. And at which point the big strong fella just gives you a punch in the gut.
Not so much. I've got been gagged.
Yeah, but at which point he gives the notion to him, and they take the gag off you. It's like, what's your name? What's your name and why you're here?
Thunder. I just play music.
At which point the bloke hits you again.
How did Daddy?
So with those 2 punches, take 10 points of bludgeoning in damage.
Really?
Oh, bloody hell.
Wow.
We need the truth from you now. I've none of this. We've not seen a tiefling for 100 years, and now suddenly you're here. No, there's more to it than that. Tell us now.
I really want to spit in this man's face. I spit in this man's face. Well, I'm gonna die anyway. I'm spitting.
No, your backstory, man. Your backstory. Why you?
I tell you, I tried to find famous bard.
At which point he strikes you himself, but that you only take 1 damage from that.
Same as band.
Yeah.
I see you have weak back fist, girly man.
At which point the big fella then gives you a punch around the face and knocks you to the floor, and take another 5 points.
Oh.
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 Look it out.
Yeah.
It's a bit harsh.
I'm nearly dead.
Yeah.
Nearly unconscious.
You get knocked out.
You've got blood trickling down your face. You feel like that one of his punches to your torso may have broken a rib. So yeah, you're in a bad state.
Can't do anything
laying on
either.
The floor.
I can't.
No, you're
I can't do
bound.
nothing. Can I? Yeah, I'm
No.
bound. Yeah.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
By Jove, I'll get a promotion out of you if it kills you. And then he just gives you a kick on his way. Just take another 1 point.
Jesus.
And he walks out. And everybody else leaves you there to spit blood onto the floor. And they lock the cell again and leave you there. To then skip back to Cadell.
Well,
Cadell and crew. Well, you've left the Leethern Manor.
Yeah, we're now marching down to the.
Well, there is a way you can get straight to there, straight to Dengal Camp from the Six Houses district.
Camp.
Sorry.
I'm pissed off with this colonel. We're going straight to Dengal Camp.
yeah, fine.
Got orders in tow. I'm pissed off.
All right, yeah, sure.
You're on a mission.
You guys, right? Come with me now. We're off to get Thunder. Come with me now.
You head down to the gate, which kind of lies between the Six Houses district and the Events Ferry district. So then, this gate is much more heavily guarded, even on the inside. At which point, then, these guards are there, just like you can tell that there is another captain on the gate here. Like,
brother. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we're on orders from the Sanctus Veritas. I have orders here.
really?
You need to let us through. We're going to Dengal Camp.
Where's your orders? You man.
Yep. That's got the seal of the Sanctus Veritas himself. Let us through.
Where's this to be delivered?
That's mine.
If
This
you're
is
to
for
go
the
through
colonel.
these gates, then I'm to know.
That's for the colonel himself.
The
It's orders for
colonel.
him.
There's several here.
The colonel that came through with a tiefling. You must have seen him.
Little dickish fella.
I don't know his name, but he came through with the tiefling in tow as a prisoner.
Tiefling?
That's
I've seen no tieflings around here. What have you been on?
the guy with big horns.
Who's been on the back of a car?
I know what a tiefling is.
You haven't seen my biggest horn.
No,
Bards.
officer to officer. I'm on a mission. If you want to report to Sanctus Veritas himself and say that you've got in my way, by all means, I'll head back. But let us through.
And all he'll say is that I'm doing my duty.
You are doing your duty. I've got no problem with that, sir. But
And you
I need to be.
should know that. Now, unless my palms were greased, say.
Oof.
Bribe him.
Trying to bribe a fellow officer, sir.
Yep.
Nothing so lewd as that. Just a friendly payment from one officer to another.
Flicking.
Cross his palms with gold.
Aim with the back of your
Flicking
hand.
50
Ned.
What? How much you giving him, Cadell?
I'm either going to flick him 50 silver, and if he doesn't like it, then he's going to get a backhander.
You toss him a pouch.
I'll
Of
toss him half a gold. Toss him half a gold.
50
silver.
Did you say 50 silver?
Oh, sorry. Oh, 5 silver. Sorry.
50 silver is 5 gold.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'll chuck him 5 silver. Go on,
5
officer to
silver.
officer, let us through, mate.
He looks at it. He's like, "Go on." And there's open the gates.
Oh, yeah, I need to mark that down here.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, what?
There's been a lot of dicks
What's
tonight,
a
man.
dick, mate?
It's a
these
proper
guys-
sausage fest this evening. Dicks everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry, it's fun.
Let me just
Just
write
help
that down. Remove.
Yeah. So then you all wage your way past, and this captain's having a good eye on each of you as you head past. And then you head into Dengal Camp, where it's this steep decline. It's a very steep decline. It's kind of, it turns as soon as you go through the gate, and it kind of a road as such, but it's not very wide. It's just to have people on foot go from Dengal Camp down below up to the upper city. And it's attached to the outside of the wall with nothing at the side of you, just a drop. And you head down this path that hugs the wall, and as such it heads in the direction of the lake.
Surely, Captain, I know where the...
Yeah,
where the prison is.
you've been here a few times. There's a lot of like training camps in Dengal Camp. There's a lot of head officers here, and
surely I would know where he's being held.
Prisons and all sorts.
Well,
You have a good idea of which area he's being held at. Yeah.
So I'm stomping my way down there, with these guys in tow.
All right.
To find the tiefling.
You arrive at the place that you think that it's held at. It's close by to the military dock, and it's guarded, more guarded than you think it probably should be, which is more reason why you think that he's definitely here. And at that point, I would like to call a little break.
Hey.
Hey.
I'd say I need to open my window or something.
It's proper warm. I need more drink.
Sweaty.
So no, I was just getting well into.
We'll be
into
back
what
in 5 minutes, yeah, guys. Just a quick break this time.
Well, see you soon then.
thing.
I'm fucking
Right.
here.
Yeah,
Undeserved.
you are. We're back with it. So where we left it was Cadell and crew were marching in to the rescue of Thunder with an order from the Sanctus Veritas himself. Gone straight to the top, got the order, and Cadell has just disappeared for a moment. Just poof in a puff of smoke. Well, he guided you through the gates with a little greasing of palms with silver, into Dengal Camp, and then through to where you believe Thunder is being held.
Yeah.
And you come up to the structure, and there are guards posted outside. What are you doing?
Right then, lads.
You're an odd sight for captains, fair enough, but civilians also roaming.
I see the nearest guard. Come on, lads. Where's the tiefling? Where is he?
What's that to do with you?
Hey, I've got a seal from the Sanctus Veritas. Wait, Sanctus, other way around. Sanctus Veritas.
Sanctus Veritas.
I've got a seal from the Sanctus Veritas to get to the tiefling. Where is he now?
He leans into the guy. Get the colonel. And the other guys just
I don't care what
shoots off.
colonel that.
I do.
Where is he?
They're my standing orders. I don't care what yours are. You can take it up with him.
Can I do an intimidation roll?
Can I film? Sure.
Little bitch. Little small lad.
He's
Intimidation.
he's a lieutenant.
Oh, he's still lower than me.
Yeah. Only just.
My intimidation is. What's my intimidation? My intimidation is a +3. +3. 12 plus 3, so 15. 15.
Yeah, you're obviously mite size bigger than him, and yeah. So at which point is they going? I get it. You've got your orders, but so have I. And
Well,
at which point
I respect
you see the colonel come round, and you're kind of towering over this lieutenant. It's like, what the blazes is going on here? Captain, I'll have your rank in your head.
Sir, I have orders from the Sanctus Veritas. I have his seal right here.
Shit! He snatches it off you. It's like, opens it. And he stood there reading it for a moment, and his frown just starts getting deeper and deeper as he's reading through it. It's like, it just screws it and throws it back at you and marches into the prison. It just leaves the door open. At which point you just see it just seething. You can almost see the vein bulging on the side of his head. So yeah, and as you kind of walk in, one of the first cells has Thunder on the floor, beaten, and not clothed or cared for. Just still kind of hands bound behind his back.
You guard, get this lad's equipment, get his clothes, get him out of this cell now.
At which point the colonel just kind of steps forward and stops the lieutenant from doing it, and grabs the keys and just throws them at him and goes, "Do it, you bloody self!"
Are you disobeying orders, Colonel?
No. It says here that I'm to release him into your care. I'm doing that, and you can release him your bloody self.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Grab the keys, unlock the door, pick up our good tiefling friend and give him his clothes, give him his equipment. Come on, Thunder. You're coming with us. Let's get out of here.
This will only come back on you, Captain. One way or another, it will.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have orders higher than you.
Can I spit on the stairs?
With all due respect. Goodbye.
Yeah, you spit on him on the way past, and he gives you another backhand on the way out. You take another 1 point.
Which I steadily grab his hand and go, "Sir, we have orders."
Don't give a jot about your orders. Take him.
Conduct yourself the way an officer should.
I'll conduct myself the way I bloody well please to no good commoner such as you. Now get out.
I'll just slowly give him a look up and down and a little smug grin as I stroll off with my good tiefling friend. You know,
Can anybody heal me?
Well, on your, you know, in where you are, there's those 4 cells, and then there's kind of a Clarkin desk and a few like kind of like almost like filing cabinet type thing, and some cupboards which you open them, it has all of his things inside that was confiscated.
So now you can heal yourself if you want. Cast a healing spell on you.
Can I cast heal myself?
Yeah. Your healing spells can be cast on yourself. Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. I'll use healing that second level then.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Which is a touch. You touch on yourself.
You can touch yourself. Yeah. You touch yourself regularly, I assume.
I do. Yeah.
Give the colonel a little swift like. Ooh. Fuck you.
It says 1 + 1 + 4 = 6 heal, so I'm up a bit.
Is it 2d4?
Yeah, it'll be 2d4.
2d4 + 4 it says.
Yeah. So 2d4 + 4. So
2d4 + 4. Yeah.
Roll 2d4 and add 4 to it.
I did it. I did it on the.
Yeah, he's done
Oh
it.
right, oh right, fair enough. I'm not looking at it, so fair enough.
What was your rolls?
Shit, man.
That's fine. But you're free, and in the
What
custody
was
of
the heal though? What
Cadell.
do you get?
I got 6, mate. I'm up to 12. I'm on a half HP veteran.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you a
You're all right.
get you under my arm. I'm gonna
Well,
give you a good stroke.
you leave this. All the other kind of soldiers, the lieutenant and the
and I'm saying to the
sergeant,
rest of
the
the
two-
crew, like, let's get out of here quickly before this becomes bad. Let's get back to our horses. We've got a mission to do. I think we should head to Lowfields, pick up the horses, and I think we should get our move on.
Before
Anybody
we,
have here, sort it out quickly.
Before we set off, chaps, I appreciate that we're in a bit of a rush, but now we've got Thunder back. Would you mind awfully if I just stuck my head in on an old friend and just inquired about my father before we left?
Right. We will meet you.
You're
Meet you.
Wilhelm. Yeah, that's no problem.
Right. We'll be in. We'll meet you there. But be sharpish, dude. Be sharpish.
It's on the way. There's a tavern called the Tun. I know the barman there, and he knows my family. I'd like to just inquire to see how the old bastard's doing.
Hey, Wilhelm, who is your dad, by the way?
Sorry, Metarin.
We know who his dad is now because the other guy told us.
I know, but that's not what I've got on my notes.
No, he didn't. No, he told us.
So, Tom, did you say? I've got down the message you sent me isn't the same name that you just said.
That you said that your previous name was Wilhelm.
Oh.
Wilhelm Trevelyan.
Oh, Wilhelm's my first name. Sorry, yes.
Not your father's.
Trevelyan.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that's where I got confused. Right,
Yeah.
okay, yes, that's fine.
So Andrew's had to run off for some reason. Is there a cat attacking something?
I think that's
Probably.
Cat.
Cat attacking.
I thought he had cats. He's got cats, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does.
But,
So yes.
So anyway, we're as a party, we're all getting back to where our horses
Yeah,
are.
but you're all going the same way. You'd be going back up to the gates.
Yeah, and then I've
up
I've
the
said to
path at the
Meridian,
side of
if you have
the
some-
wall.
Yeah, Meridian, if you've got something to sort out here, get it done sharpish and meet us at the inn because we're leaving the city very quickly.
I literally just need to pop my head in. We're passing the tavern. It's in the same direction. I literally just want to open the door. Oh bastard!
Right.
I owe him nothing, but I would like
You
just to
pop your
ask.
head in. You pop your head in. We're going to keep moving. We'll get to the horses, and we'll get everything prepped for you leaving. So as soon as you get back, we are gone. So
Fair enough.
do it sharpish.
What is
Okay.
he doing?
So you head you back through into the city through the gates, passed by the captain. You greased his palm earlier, and you walk back through the Six Houses district, and you have to go nearby anyway. So you cross over the bridge. It's a different bridge. It's a closer one. But then all those headed back to Lowfields have to then follow the river all the way around to the dock areas and then work your way through. But as you're kind of following the river round, you get to the bridge that you crossed earlier, which Meridian knows the direction of the Tun is a little further off, the other direction from there.
Right. If this is where you need to go, Meridian, go do it now. Sharpish. We'll meet you there.
Fair
Yes,
enough.
cat.
It's like there's an absolute
So, yeah.
catastrophe in the background.
Yeah.
A
Catastrophe.
How subtly can I form a cantrip so these guys don't see it?
You'd have
Well,
to
we've
make a
already
sleight
got-
of hand check. If
I've
you're,
said- I've
if you're
said-
wanting to
I've
do
got-
it as
I've got-
while they're there, then you'd have to do a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I want to do it before they attempt. Because if they cross this bridge, they're then off to Lowfield.
Well, they're
but have
not
I
crossing
got...
the bridge. They're carrying. You're headed along the river. The river's on your right.
Right.
And they're going to head straight. You're getting to the bridge, which is obviously on your right hand side that goes across the river. They're going to carry on going straight on, following the river round, and you're headed left, further into.
And I've literally just given you, just literally told you to go and sort your shit out and meet us back at the inn. What's
Look
that?
at his face. What? I want to know what's happened.
Fine, I'll go to the inn by myself. Look,
Do you need help? Do you need us to come with you before we do this?
I'm very upset about my father. He's just support.
Make a deception.
But if you need us to come with you, we'll come with you before we head off.
Because that is a barefaced lie.
Hang on. Deception roll. Hang on.
I
Deception.
don't think Rash realises he's muted himself.
Yeah, he's muted.
Something wrong with his headphones.
Deception, right, okay. Deception, 19 plus 5. Nailed it.
Yeah, well,
There you go, Captain.
So I lost it all down there. My headphones went.
did you have a catastrophe?
Just a wildlife-related catastrophe.
What happened? Please divulge.
The
Was
cat.
it a puke session?
The cat got hold of the bird
Oh,
and brought it into here.
Oh,
great.
shit.
It's still all right actually. She doesn't. Yeah, it's all right. It's flown off and it's sort of silent again.
just
Yeah,
brought in.
it flew. So yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine then. It's okay.
So then back
So
in
yeah, so
game,
Meridian's
done a massive deception for some unknown reason when I told him he could go do it anyway.
But no, he was trying to plead the fact that he was distressed at the fact that his father's ill.
Yeah, but he's lying.
But that's a
Yeah.
lie.
Which is pretty obvious. It's
But
a
it-
fucking
but-
lie. But
It wasn't obvious because he did that exceptional deception.
all right, okay.
So we all believe him.
So he's crying and he's upset and he's like, "Poor Meridian."
Well,
But then
go sort
he,
your-"
he turns and starts walking off on his own.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can I face him and say, "Do you want me to come with you? Do you need someone with you?"
If you wouldn't mind, I'm sorry, it's just a bit of a shock.
I'll keep you company. This is obviously a hard thing for you to do. I'll be there for moral support.
Well, I would like to.
So you guys carry on.
Well, I'd like to get
Arabella's just followed Meridian.
Meridian before you run off. Do you need the help of the group?
Oh,
Do you need us all?
already offered and he said yes.
I'm saying 5's better than 2. If you need our help, we'll come with you.
If you wouldn't mind, I mean, it's only 5 minutes out of our way. It's just,
Right,
I have no
let's
idea.
go.
He
let's go as
isn't
a
a
team.
nice man, and
We'll all come with
despite
you.
the fact he's dying, you never know what I might bump into. He
We're
has
all gonna come
connections.
with you.
I'll come with you. I'm a military man. It might give us slight more favour because I'm a military man. You never know.
Well, I'm an
Let's-
empathetic druid, so
Let's all go together.
Right.
Our thunders is still a bit worse for wear. Arabella, have you got any slots left to give him a bit of a
I have. I think.
give him a bit of a boost before we get in there?
So I don't think you've used any today, have you?
No, she hasn't used anything. No, you need to reload it. It's for some reason it's frozen on you.
Bloody thing.
Uh,
No, just get off.
But whilst you're healing him, I'll describe what's happening. So you then all decide to go with Meridian. Meridian leads the way. Like you said, it's not very far off where you were. Just a couple of minutes further down, and you get to this tavern called the Tun, who's got a swinging sign of a large barrel. And
there you go.
yeah, Meridian opens the door. I mean, it is about midday now. So yeah, Meridian walks in. It's a very nice bar. It's even nicer than the tavern. Well, it doesn't have a fight pit in the middle of the floor. And so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Off on another tangent.
There's no fight pit here, so don't even ask. But no, it's much more well-to-do kind of tavern, and
So what's it called? The Ton.
the Ton, yeah,
Ton.
which is I believe is a unit of measurement in barrel sizes.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. Yes, it's a frigging big barrel.
It's a massive one. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it's a big barrel.
Well, while we're wandering, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on Thunder. Level 1,
Thank you.
Cure Wound.
So as we walk into the bar, Arabella's going to give
Yeah.
Thunder
Yeah,
a little.
And as she does that,
Yeah.
your well,
Three.
you can feel
so,
your ribs just kind of
11.
snap back into place.
11. Awesome.
So
Thank
plus,
you.
yeah, plus 11.
Yeah,
11 healing.
I'm pretty much well again,
Yeah.
so there we go. Thank you.
Your ribs magically snap back into place that were broken before,
Press.
Yeah, just press
which
the one
is a
slot.
little bit
There you go.
uncomfortable at the time, but then you feel fantastic afterwards.
Wait, thank you.
You are
So-
welcome.
Yeah, say then you all kind of pile
you were-
into the Ton.
Cure Wounds.
Yeah,
There's a few people here. I mean, it's a fair sized tavern, but most people are either on their own or just with one other person, just keeping themselves to themselves on their own tables. And there's just one barkeep behind the bar.
Right,
Well, I'll
just give me a moment. I'll walk over to the bar and with my back turned to the party, I slip 5 gold to the bar, 5 silver to the barman. Say,
Cool.
don't ask any questions. We're having a conversation. You're giving me bad news. That's all you need to know. Now take the money. There's a good man.
At which point he just kind of leans in a little bit to then kind of make sure his face is between him. So your head is between him and the rest of the pie, so he can't see what he's saying. It's like, all right, and Meridian. And he takes your silver. He obviously knows who you are.
Yeah.
And puts one hand on your shoulder while he's talking, like he's comforting you.
So I bow my head slightly, so it looks like I'm upset. Yeah. Lucian said that he was going to arrange someone to offer us a job. Would that be you?
That's right, aye.
Fantastic. Right. Well, let's end this conversation, and then to make it believable, I'll go back over to my friends. At which point, you approach us and offer us the job. I need everybody to hear it.
Right, you are. And
Okay.
takes his hand off your shoulder and
Nicely done.
Thank you. It's
I have no idea what's happened.
it's a weight
Yeah,
off my mind.
Yeah, you missed a bit earlier, but yeah.
All right, okay.
yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah, and as he comes, Meridian comes back and starts talking to you, thanking you for coming. At which point this bartender is not overly tall, but slender. Kind of comes over to you as, actually, Meridian, seeing as you're in town, you're running with military now.
Well, yes and no. Why?
Well, might have a job for you. Well, for all of you, if you're interested.
You're listening.
Well, it's seeing as you're in town, and for old time's sake. Well, we hear there's some trouble, beneath the city. So some catacombs that need clearing out. So some creatures or another are in there. I'm afraid I don't know the details of what's there, but we can pay. Not much, mind.
Wouldn't happen to be endless goblins, would it?
I don't know what's down there. What's a goblin?
What's a goblin?
But 10 gold is all I can offer you. But if anything else that's down there that you might want to find, it depends. It's up to you and how you feel about looting the dead, I suppose. But that's purely up to you. But all I can offer you is 10 gold. Mind you, I can throw in some healing potions. 3 healing potions.
Well, that's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
Plus,
Do we get
I
the
have to say these.
do we get the healing potions up front?
Ooh.
We might need them.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Seeing as it's Meridian, I trust him. I'll have to go get them.
Oh,
So,
Might not
so
be a
you're
bad
gonna
idea, chaps. These catacombs are filled with treasure. I mean, we could come out with a hell of a lot more than 10 gold.
You're all going to take it on?
I mean, no offense, guys. We should probably be leaving this place pretty quickly before my orders get
You need to get out of here.
Thunder gets back in prison.
Oh, you're in prison.
How?
I was, yeah.
How?
Shit.
How quickly is this? How quickly do we think we can get this done?
Does it matter?
Well,
Let's go.
Well,
And I'll leave it to you guys.
the way I see it, if that other team's got a weak head start on us, they've either got there and got it already, or they're dead. In which case, there's no time limit.
That's what I know.
I suppose that is true. It doesn't matter. They've got a head start because, like you say, they've either got it or they're dead. So
I don't think their prognosis is pretty good, really.
okay,
After a week, I think that.
okay. Well,
Right. Well, this
let's-
barkeep has disappeared into the back, and he comes out with like a little bag, like a over the shoulder type satchel, and inside it's clinking with 3 bottles.
Nice. Who wants them?
the caster.
Well, he hands them to Meridian anyway
Right.
because
Okay.
he knows Meridian.
Okay, so Meridian's got 3 health potions.
Yep. You've
Right,
got,
then, right,
you've got
guys,
3
if we're doing
minor
this-
health potions.
Right, guys, if we're gonna do this, let's do this quick. Let's get in there,
go.
get out, chat.
Where
Thunder.
does anybody know where the catacombs are? Does anybody?
Well, this
Meridian
guy
knows
does explain
Good.
what is
Thunder.
there. It's like he does explain where to go.
Yeah.
And
Thunder, how are you feeling, Thunder? How
What health
are you?
wise?
Right?
Health-wise,
Are you up for this fight?
Yeah, I'm literally meta in 1 point off my full health, so I'm alright.
Yeah.
so we're good to go.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
yeah, you're feeling it, right? Let's do this. Let's get in, get out, quickest snaps.
quick
Let's get
as
out there.
snaps. Is
Quick
snaps
sticks.
quick?
Quick sticks.
Quick
Alright.
sticks.
All right.
Quick as shit.
Which I don't know what that is.
Come from?
I have no
Yeah.
idea. I have no idea where that came from.
That's a local Angel Run phrase.
Yeah.
Quick as snaps.
I'm gonna remember that now. Quick as snaps.
Yeah. So
Not
yeah. So he tells you which way you can go to get into these catacombs. So basically, there's a way that you can go, which is further out towards the wall on the kind of northeast side. And near the wall there's like a bit like a storm drain, which run off into the sewers. So well, you can access it from here. You can get in. You just keep going. You'll get there.
Sorry,
The docks,
are we in Fair Oaks? Or are we in the docks?
Fair Oaks.
We're in Fair Oaks.
So through the sewers into the
So,
catacombs.
yeah, he gives you some directions to get to these catacombs, and they're pretty straightforward from that point. He's guided you to the easiest kind of point to get to, and then easiest way to get
Right.
there.
Okay.
So,
yeah. As a group.
so
Let's head
you're
towards
doing
the-
it now, or
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it now.
No time like the present.
Yeah.
great?
Yeah.
I've got to get back to the bar. So good luck to you. Let us know how it gets on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Cheers,
he
mate.
scurries off.
Just before he goes, I just lean in and just whisper to him. Next time you see our glorious leader, ask him how the fuck the Sanctus Veritas knows my real name. The deal was I started a new life, not for him to tell everyone.
He will have
He rolled
probably met you in the past.
Oh,
He'll have met you in person because of how high ranked your father was. He'll have known.
We all now know it is his father.
All right. Okay.
It was a long time ago, which is why he had to roll to remember.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So the beard didn't fool him. Damn.
Yeah,
he rolled a natural 19.
Meridian's father.
Yeah.
Meridian's father is.
Tash John.
Yeah.
So you.
Meridian's father is one of the other three.
But you don't know.
No, we know now. No, we know now though.
Well, he only.
Well, we don't know that.
No, your characters don't know.
No, but I thought the Sanctus Veritas told us that.
No, he
just told us that my father was ill.
Ill and being well looked after by the Sanctus Veritas' clerics.
We don't know shit.
Are we getting down in these?
So you can get into this storm drain because it's all open, and you follow these instructions down, and you get to kind of a point where you have to kind of go through, like drop down another level below the sewers, and as soon as you do, you kind of drop down. There's a little bit of a drop, and you drop into like a corridor, which the sides are kind of walled with bones and the rows of skulls. You think the bit that you've dropped into is a bit of a mass grave.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Creepy.
And that's where we'll leave it for this week.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot's happened.
A lot is.
It's only half 10. I thought we were still going on. It's only half 10.
No. Well, we've still had a good 2.5 hours.
I know, but still,
it seems like it does seem like a good spot to.
If you get into any fights, that could go on for some
Yeah.
time. This is the best point.
I said it to Kerry on the break. Like, I love the fact this one is like it's just like reading a book, like just reading a story.
Yeah, it was very story.
I do love role playing episodes. I really do.
Yeah,
Zero dice rolls for me.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, zero.
Yeah, but you two had all the dice rolls last session.
I made one. To heal thunder.
Yeah, I rolled one dice last week and it was a 2.
Well, that's it. I hope everybody who is watching or has watched has enjoyed it as well. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.